So I am going to go to the copy. The link, there it is, weavingwithjanetdawson.thinkific.com users sign in. This is the link that has been in all of the emails. It's at the top of the Facebook page. It's all over the place. Oops, it didn't work so well. This is how you get to the login for the class. And when you go to that link, you should see something like this, which just says, welcome back, put your password in, et cetera, et cetera. You can click on sign in up here, but it'll just take you to exactly the same place. You're already there. First thing I would recommend you do is tick this remember me box, because if you have that ticked, you don't have to do this step time after time. Now I'm going to log in as my husband, because unbeknownst to him, he has signed up for this class as a student as opposed to an instructor. So this will show us just a student view, not my view, because that looks entirely different. And then sign in. So now I am on his student dashboard. I want to see how to make this thing go away. Go away, this thing. It won't go away. Okay, sorry. And I have a really high resolution screen, but I have zoomed way in so that this is big. It will probably be smaller on some of your screens, but this is perhaps what it'll look like on an iPad. So it shows here, it's got his name up here at the top, Ronald D. And it shows the courses he's enrolled in, which is only Unraveling Overshot. It shows him that he's watched 100% or consumed 100% of the course. I'm suspicious about that. I have a feeling he hasn't really, but anyhow. And then here it says see overview, replay course. And you see when I point at this, the whole picture kind of moves around and bounces and gets a little kind of a shadow underneath it. If you point at any of these things, down in the bottom left corner of my browser window, do you see there's a link, a URL that appears down there? weavingwithjanetdawson.thinkific.com courses take blah, 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 blah. That shows you that it's going to take you into the calendar, as opposed to if you look at see overview, this just takes you to like the sales page. It doesn't take you into the class. But if you click on replay course, or it might say play course if this is the first time, if you completed 0%, or this big picture, it will take you to the course player, which is what we are now looking at. And I, again, am zoomed way in here. If I zoom out a little bit, it will look more like normal for people on desktops. Over here on the left, see, haha, 7% complete. That 100% was a lie. So over here on the left, there's a table of contents, and it has in it a list of all the chapters. And if you click on any of the chapter names, it gives you the lessons within each chapter. And notice that some of them have just little empty circles here on the right, and some of them have filled in with check marks. You can also up here search by lesson title. Here are the names of all the lessons. So you can scroll through them all and find it. Now, a lot of people are saying they don't have this thing on the left side, and chances are that their screen is of a low enough resolution that it automatically disappears itself. And this definitely happens if you are on an iPad. So if you come into the course and you've got no table of contents on the left side, you should have this hamburger menu on the left side instead. And if you, yeah, that is what they're called, really. It's like a bun, patty bun. If you click on that, there's your table of contents, and it works just the same way. And then you can close it to get back to the main reader part of the window. Now, another thing that can happen if your resolution, if the resolution isn't the issue, do you see there's these little arrows? Click it, the pointing outward arrows up here in the top right. If you click on those, it expands the read the contents window to fill the whole page, and your menu goes away again. So you can click on this again. See how it changes from pointing to the outside to bigify. Those are bigify arrows. And here we've got smallify, get smaller, pull in arrows. And that brings the menu back. So two things could be happening to that menu, either resolution or expanding the center thing. But both of them have solutions so that you can find the menu. Why is it important to find the menu? Because the menu is the easiest, bestest way to navigate through the course. So let's look here for a jiffy. Do you see now this thing before class starts, it says 4/7. That means there are 7 lessons in this chapter, and 4 of them I have completed. Ron has completed, unbeknownst to Ron. There are 4 little check marks here. This course calendar is the first lesson in the entire course that is not completed. That's why when I go back to the dashboard, if I click on this, where it takes me is the course calendar. It takes me to the first not yet completed lesson. If I scroll down to the bottom of course calendar and move my Zoom menu out of the way, and I click this complete and continue button, now that thing is filled in. And if I go back to the dashboard and come back in, it's taking me to the new thing that is the first uncompleted thing. All right, if you do not have this menu over here because your resolution is big, like on an iPad, then it's going to be next to impossible to figure out how to get back to stuff you've already looked at, which might be fine if you're like reading a book or working through a course where you just watch each video in turn, but it's going to be a problem. Let's just, since this is for public consumption, or where, you know, the 700 of you are public, it's a problem if you can't go backwards. So you need to know how to find this menu so that you can go back to any one of these lessons. If you click on the name of the lesson over in the table of contents, it will take you back to it, even if you've already completed it. And if you want to stop that behavior where it always jumps you to the newest, or to the next place that isn't complete, you can come down to the bottom of any lesson that you have already marked as complete and change that. So you can go and change these if you want to. Now, if there's some that you never want to see again, like this one, there's no information in that. That one you can complete and you won't miss a thing if you don't come back to it. And a lot of this other stuff too, like unraveling overshot on social media. Once you've read this, you don't need to read it again, chances are. So you can leave that marked as complete without any harm done. But you're going to want to be able to come back again and again to the glossary, or to the quick and dirty overview, or to the course downloads lesson. So those you probably don't want to mark as complete. Okay, so many words. I'm going to refer to my crib sheet and see if I forgot anything I wanted to tell you about this. I did that, and I already did that. So I'm ahead of the game. Okay, now I am up to what my crib sheet calls listening blockers. So I'm going to stop share for a moment, so you can see me and Mom again. Hi, Mom, missed you.
Hello.
So listening blockers, those are the questions that are tumbling around in your head and getting in the way of your ears so that they don't work. And judging from the conversations in the Facebook group and the discussion, the discussion forums. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to take you back and show you the discussion forums. It's important too. Here we go again. Come on, share, baby. All right, here we are again. Let's look at, say, this one. Okay, I just picked this lesson at random because it's one that has discussions. Do you see up here, 10 discussions? If I click on, and that should show up no matter what your resolution is, whether you're to hamburger menu or always visible table of contents. The discussions are there. If you click on that, you will see these are questions that other people in the class have answered. And if you click on one of those, you'll see either me or mom or other students responding to them. So this is the Facebook alternative. And that's why you don't need to have Facebook. You can ask all the questions right here. You can upload photographs. You can include links. You can, if you create new post, you make a title, you write your stuff, you can format it with bold, italic, underline. Here's insert an image, here's insert a link. There's even upload a file. You can put whatever you want in there. And then after you've typed some stuff, you hit create. And all the other people in the course will see it too. And I will see it, and mom will see it, and Sandra, who is my other Weaver Elf assistant, will see it. We all, in fact, get email notifications about it, the three of us, so that we will not be able to overlook it. And we will come in there and we'll answer them. Now, mom and Sandra are answering the majority of those, unless it's something that that they need me to answer. But you will get a response in quite short time. They have the hours of the day divided up so that there's not any too long wait. Some classes lessons like these early ones, there's no discussion wissamajigger over there. That means for those lessons, there isn't a conversation option. But for the majority, I'm trying to find one that's new that nobody has said anything on yet. Say, oh, that's a download one. Oh, there is a discussion. Okay, I'm trying to find one. It's possible you'll find, there, 0 discussions. So you can be the first.